traffickers.
Couples Jeremy Harris joins us live in studio with their proposals. Jeremy?
Yeah, well, the problems up there on Aurora Avenue, they have been years in the making, and I've covered multiple federal cases against pimps who make their girls work the track there on Aurora. They routinely brag on social media about how much money they make selling sex on the street. Today, we saw a united front from city leaders who say they want accountability for those pimps and services for the victims they traffic.
The situation on Aurora is unacceptable. It is unacceptable for the people who live there. It is unacceptable for the people who work there. And it is unacceptable to me as your mayor.
It was tough talk from Seattle leaders.
It's violence against young women, it's violence against children, and it's violence against the residents who live in these neighborhoods.
One after the next, they pledged to act immediately to get a handle on the sex trafficking and gun violence on Aurora Avenue.
Now, we're not talking about OnlyFans. We're not talking about cam girls. This isn't an episode from Pretty Woman. These are 13 and 14 black and brown girls being sold.
The short-term solutions include barricading certain side streets north of 96th and south of 120th. City barriers will replace these makeshift ones installed in the middle of the street by fed-up neighbors.
When neighbors start building their own makeshift barriers, that is a sign that people do not feel that the system is working for them.
Seattle Police Chief Sean Barnes says there will be more investigative work and additional officers assigned to the area to deal with sex trafficking. Cities of similar size in Seattle have double the number of police officers that we do. How realistic are these plans with a department that is already stretched so thin?
What I can promise is that we're going to do everything we can, and we will be held accountable to doing that.
The new city promises come after weeks of neighbors demanding it, including a march down Aurora Avenue. Some of those same neighbors were on hand today and say they're cautiously optimistic.
When the city directed the police to stay away, this isn't rocket science. That's going to let in. I mean, then it just got flooded. It's like everybody, go up to Aurora. The police won't do anything. And that's where you get this now.
It's infuriating that it's taken this long to get there and this many shootings.
So SDOT says they hope to have those new barricades installed sometime in the next 2 weeks. We also heard from City Attorney Erica Evans today that she wants to use the city's nuisance property ordinance to go after some of the businesses that are supporting the sex trafficking up there.
Well, Jeremy, you've been covering these trafficking cases for years. Do you think the city's plan is really going to make that much of a difference?
Well, and it's a good question, Preston. I think in the short term, yes. I think closing off those streets, as we heard from the residents, they say that stops the loop of some of the Johns that are going through that area looking to buy sex. Now, is that going to solve the long-term problem? If we see what we saw tonight with the FBI, SPD, social workers up there working with those girls, I think that's going to work, but they're going to have to stay on this. It's not a week-long fix. It's not a month-long. It's not a year-long fix. This is a big problem that's going to take a while to get a hold of.
I thought it was interesting what the guy said that you interviewed as well, saying that, I hope this isn't just a flex for the World Cup and that they stick around. Yeah,
we'll see, and it's in the city leaders' hands. We heard a lot of promises today.
I know you'll stay on top of it for us, Jeremy. Thank you. That brings us to our Como Pulse Poll tonight. You can scan the QR code here on your screen to participate. Tonight, we're asking, do you think the city of Seattle's new measures are enough to curb crime on Aurora Avenue? Here's a live look at the results. You can see right now only 2% of people responding say yes. The majority at 83% say no. 15% say it is a step in the right direction. If you'd like to weigh in, scan that code on your screen. It'll take you directly to the story on ComoNews.com.